We're back looking at the headlight. Now, we had started working on the headlight because we were having trouble with the passenger side, where instead of lifting straight up, it would sort of flutter until you pushed it back and locked it into place. There was a gear that had some small nylon inserts that had degraded over time. We needed to remove those from the motor and replace with a new gear. Now, it wasn't until we got into that we noticed we were having trouble with the other headlight.
Yeah, so it turns out the driver's side headlight is fluttering when it gets up. It will lock into place, but sooner or later it's going to need help like the other one. So we decided to tackle the driver's side also. So we'll fumble through it. Remember, we're not professionals, we're just having fun. And hopefully, last time we decided to take out the whole headlight assembly after we had tried to, we could have gotten the motor out by itself, but it takes about 10 minutes longer to take it out and reinstall it, to take the whole assembly out, and it's a lot easier working on it, so we're going to do it that way this time. Okay, so what we found last time is we turned the headlights on, they come up, we got them to lock in place, and they stay on, of course. So we disconnected the battery so they stay in the up position. That way we don't have to turn the knob here all the way up to lock them in the up position. We found that worked really well, and so that's how we're doing it this time. So the first step will be we have to take out these Torx screws here, and this shield on the outside of the headlight comes off. Then I bought a screwdriver. I needed another electric screwdriver, so I bought this electric screwdriver at Harbor Freight. It's pretty cool because you can twist it and it can be straight like that, or it can be like a pistol like that. Years ago I had a skilled twist that was really nice, but I couldn't find one again for years, so we got this guy. And then this snakes out of here. Just like that. Then we have the connection for the headlight motor. It's right here. So we're going to just lift that and unplug that. So we got that released. And then I think we had 3 or 4 10mm bolts, or yes, that hold the housing for the headlight assembly in. There's 2 down below, and then there's 1 here and 1 here. So we'll take those out. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to mark this so I can line it up fairly close. Well, it'll be real close when I put it back together. And this one's okay. Guess I took this one off last time. We'll try it that way again.
Now this one we had no real inkling that the light had anything wrong with it because it was always coming up and snapping in place, but the motor kept running after the light had already locked into place. And during that last repair that we did, that's when we had discovered that the nylon inserts in the gear had degraded, and we figured on this motor, we're willing to bet we're going to find the same thing when we pull that gear out, that the nylon inserts are gone. And so in this instance, it's only a matter of time before the headlight does not come up or gets locked in place.
And this is where we've...
Yeah, it was getting your hand down in there last time too was the problem.
See if I can get it with my fingers. Still a little tight. So if you have an air ratchet that you can put on it, or a battery operated ratchet you can put on it, makes it a lot easier. Okay, so there's that 10 millimeter. And then we have another one that's closer. And I'm gonna try something a little bit different here. I don't know if I can get this on there or not. We'll see. Whoops. Helps if you go the right direction. Boy, this booger is kind of tight.
Oh, geez, you cut yourself.
So I used the 1/4-inch socket with the universal and the extension. It was a little easier to get on it. I put the rag on there so we didn't scratch the car.
You did nick your arm on that headlight, so let's take a minute and clean it up.
Oh. Okay, so you can see where the washer was around there. So when we put it back on, I'll line it up.
Yeah, I'm in right in the light. There we go.
So you can see where the washer was. So when I put it back on there, I'll line it up with this and then with that black line. And it will be pretty close. Oh, and then we have to undo the headlight itself. I remember last time it was really difficult.
Yeah, everything about this is a tough angle.
There we go. Whoops. Guess I don't want to scratch that. There. You got it?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So, okay, so then we have to take off, if I recall, I think we have 3 bolts, and we have to disconnect it back here from the linkage on the arm. It's down here, and then that motor will slide off. And if I remember correctly, I think this bolt is shorter than the other, so the middle bolt is shorter. Okay, so we're going to move the lights over here so we can see a little bit better, and then we're going to tackle that. Okay, so these are 10 millimeters here, and this one down here is also 10 millimeters. So we'll undo this one first. Oh. I got it. That just. Okay, then we'll do these. Okay, then we have to, this is just pressed on there a little bit, so I have to get a screwdriver. Oh no, there we go, comes right out. Okay, so we're going to leave that pretty much in that position, and this one.
Yeah, on the other side, like that arm was a lot tougher to get off.
Right.
That's interesting.
So, okay, then these are 1/4 inches on here, and we got to take this top housing off, so that's what we're going to tackle next. Okay. Oh. Okay. Comes right off. We got to remember this part goes right there at about, however we want to look at it. 9 o'clock that way. Okay, like that. Okay, so we're going to just set this. Well, that one's clean inside.
I don't think this one will be degraded as bad, but I bet the nylon bits are worn. Because
Okay.
we saw powder in the last one by this point, if I'm not mistaken, or we were
Right.
starting to see something.
So also we had to watch that no washers were stuck here, so we have to put these back on in the same sequence to get the right spacing. So this is a little rubber one, so that goes on last. And then I'm just going to pull these off and set them right here. Yeah, we don't have the
At least I thought we were already seeing residue by this point, but let's see.
yeah, the last one just, I remember I had to force it out. Okay, so to get this off, we have to, this one was a little tight, and we had to pry it off with the screwdriver to pull this guy out like this. And sure enough, there's that powder that we were talking about. And let me show you. Okay, we're going to open this up.
And the
This
other
is
one,
the
it
new
was
one.
black. That's the
Yeah.
interesting thing. So this might have been done before or replaced.
Is, if you can see in here, are these, for lack of a better term, these plastic bushings right here, and that's what turned into the powder here. And so we're going to clean this out, and then we'll show you how we put it back together, because these go in here. There's notches in here. They fit in there, and this one doesn't have any grease, and that's probably why it's still white. So it may be, Doug's right. I'm thinking this was replaced because, and not greased, because I think they're supposed to be greased, and the grease won't hurt anything, but it'll certainly lubricate it. And that's what we're going to do next time. So what we're going to do is clean this out, and then we'll be back with you. Okay, so now we're going to grease this. So this is the shaft that fits in here, and then these little guys fit in here, and then we have to press the gear down on top of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to grease this, and there's one washer that goes on there, and I'm using just some plumber's grease, but the reason for this is that it's heat and water resistant, so it's just fine for this operation. And then I'm going to grease it where our bushings touch it. And I'm going to put some grease on the worm gear and on these gears when I put it in. So we have to put this back in there. Then this goes in like that. And we have to put our little guys in here. Like that. And then the tricky part, I remember last time, was getting this positioned to go down on it.
Gives you too much trouble. I don't think there's any harm in affixing it to the spindle and then putting it in the housing as well.
Oh, good idea.
Hey man, I'm trying not to tell you how to do things, but
Great idea. I remember last time we had to force it a little bit.
yeah, last time I think I rotated them too. They didn't seem to be tapered. Getting them?
No?
Tell you what, here, you take the camera, I'll have a look.
Okay. Just one more second here. Hang on, I'm gonna pull this off.
I'm gonna say, I think you're just a little bit misaligned is all.
I've had a lot of women tell me that. Well, not a lot, but the ones that count tell me I'm misaligned. Or think they count. Really? Double check. Whoop. Yeah, we didn't have quite this.
I was gonna
We
say
had a
we
little
thought they were
issue.
we thought they were tapered at first because we had trouble the first time until we moved them around.
There we go. Just got to get it lined up just exactly right.
Well, when you have plastic and nylon parts, you're hesitant to try to force.
Right. Okay, my washer's still on there. Slip that. Oops, I was going to put a little bit of grease on here. That'll work its way around. And I'm going to put some on the shaft. And then I'm going to put this bad boy back in there. There. Okay. Got that part. Now, they gave us a new gasket, so we have to put that on. And I was trying to remember.
Did you forget the order of the washers already?
No. I didn't forget that. What I wanted to do. There, I was trying to get that in about the position, that flat spot in about the position that I recall that it came off.
Oh,
and
sure.
we can always adjust that with the knob that raises and lowers the headlight. Okay, so we got that. Then we have to put our bushing on here. It goes on, and then there was a little rubber O-ring there, which goes on like that. Then we got our new gasket. It goes in here. There we go. There. Okay. Okay, we got it. Now we got to put the motor back on the assembly. Maybe one of our viewers can tell us what those 3 bushings, it must be to distribute the force around the shaft a certain way to keep it from wearing out. Maybe somebody could explain that to us, how that's supposed to work.
Yeah, that's contrary to everything that I had heard when these go out. I was under the impression that the teeth were the part that's stripped out. From what I had seen, I didn't even know that those little nylon bits could wear out like that.
Right. Oops.
Interesting that one side had black dust. As I actually have. There's the other gear. Full of black stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Oh, yeah, I remember this last time we had to.
See, it seems like the tolerance on this side is a little bit easier. I wonder if there was a full-on motor replacement on one of these.
How do you mean?
Well, because last time you had to really struggle to get that arm on and off there on the assembly, and we've got 2 different colors of nylon, I guess, bushings within the gear.
Yeah, I goofed up. I must have goofed up here from the... So I'm turning this knob to turn the shaft to get it to line up with our slots here.
Interestingly enough, that knob turning was, again, our indicator that that bushing was worn out, or those bushings were worn out. Because once we repaired the other headlight, it locked into place very nicely and the electric motor would stop spinning, which would be this little top part here would continue spinning until it locked into place. So it turns out that the one headlight that we thought was still good, the motor would keep running after the headlight locked into place, whereas the one we just replaced would lock and the motor would stop when it sensed resistance. So, and sure enough, tearing into this.
Okay, I'm just going to snug it, not tighten it. This nut on the other side of the shaft that we pulled into the slot. Okay, so now we got the shaft into the fixture, and now we're going to put the screws back in. Sure we are.
We're not ASC certified mechanics.
Here we go. Okay, and then we can adjust it by turning our knob here. You can see this will move to adjust the headlight, but we're going to put it all the way up because that's how we took it off, right there. And let's put it back on. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if there's an easy angle to get. See it.
Yeah, I know. Trying to get the camera on it, even. It's just a tough angle.
Try not to scratch the. I got it.
Right where I was, I can see it just grazing those pins.
Got it. So now we're going to slip this back into position here, and I want to right here. I'm just going to put these in to hold it till I can get down below. There we go. Okay, now the interesting part. I don't think I got that.
You're really close. It looks like you're in.
It just doesn't feel.
Are you cross-threaded maybe?
No, it's not flush back there. Hang on, I probably got the plug behind it or something. No, don't have that. It's right here. There's a gap.
I don't see anything interrupting.
Yeah, I think I gotta take this off. There's a bolt here that's keeping it from going down. There. Okay, now we got it. There's a bolt here from the frame that was keeping the clearance from right down here from getting what we needed. Okay. I'm actually going to tighten this top one. I see exactly where we had it. So snug that in there. Okay, that's good. We're going to do that just a little bit like that. Then we're going to take this other one over here. Oh, that's not so good.
Guess we should have looked for that magnetic tray a little harder.
Well, we didn't lose it. Yeah, you can see where I had it marked. Good thing I marked it. Let's pull it up just a touch there. Okay. Now, trick is, can we get these two started? Way too easy. Okay, I got them in there. Now let's see if I can get on them. That one's good. Okay, now this next one. I'm going to try that with my extension again. Now maybe I can get it like this. Got it. Okay, we'll snug this guy up. Yeah, lined up. Snug this bad boy. Now we got to plug in the motor. Here, if I put it the right way, it goes easier. Can you imagine that? There we go. We'll tuck that back down in there. Okay, now we'll hook it up.
Well, we want to get the housing on there first,
Oh
don't we?
yeah.
Let's not get hasty.
Well, you know what? Let's make sure it all works before we put the housing on.
Okay.
Okay. Whoop.
Yep.
Okay, now go turn them off. See if they cycle down. See if they cycle up. No motors running.
That's right. Just
We
up
got it.
and down. Excellent. Wonderful when a plan comes together.
I'm not a big fan of these side terminals. They could have put bigger hex heads on them so you have less trouble. Okay, now we got to gently get this bad boy in there. Oh my gosh, Douglas, that's too easy. What is wrong here?
Don't jinx it. We're almost done.
Oops. Okay, we got her. Clicks right into place just like it's supposed to. No motor whirring, no click click trying to engage. Perfect. Great. Worked good.